be careful of family members just because they're mom. I'm having a situation and a problem with my mother. She's telling everybody in the neighborhood that she co-signed for my house. You're a liar. You did not co-sign on nothing that I got. I am your daughter, and you should be proud of me as being your daughter.
TikTok just dropped me off in the middle of the most random argument over a home loan that I think I've ever seen in my life. And because I'm confused, I need y'all to see it so we can learn something from this situation, because this is interesting.
Hello. Yes, sir. This is the mortgage company, correct?
This is Valuable Mortgage.
Okay. I'm having a situation and a problem with my mother. She was a witness when I purchased my home. She's telling everybody in the neighborhood that she co-signed for my house, and I'm telling her she did not co-sign for anything. The only thing that she did was been a witness to my house. Do you see any co-signer on my mortgage?
I can check for that.
Okay. Because I'm tired of you saying this. You're a liar. You did not co-sign on nothing that I got. I am your daughter, and you should be proud of me as being your daughter. You're not. That's your problem. Stop putting that out there about me. Stop. Liar. Stop. You're a liar. Bring him in liars. You're a liar. I've got the paper. Hello?
Okay, I'm here. So just to verify on this loan, the loan number is 116.
No, I don't want you to say my loan number out.
There's so much going on already. I'm speechless, actually, and so was the customer service rep. Allegedly, can't confirm nor deny, but did y'all hear his pause when she said, you there? And he was like, yes, ma'am. I probably would have did the same thing. Can you imagine, like, you just woke up, clocked in, and one of your first calls is something like this? A daughter and her elderly mother arguing about, is the mother on the home loan or not? Did she co-sign? And as messy and drama-filled as this whole situation is, as well as sad, because this is family, I still think a lot can be learned here from this situation. And I just gotta state, do y'all see how this woman is? Do y'all see how she is looking at her daughter? Just an observation. And I do want to say this, during the home buying process, there is a lot of paperwork involved. And even if you bring family members or even a co-signer in, it's important to understand the role in which you are coming to fulfill. Now, we're only going off of what they are alleging that their roles were, but I do want to say things can get confusing. You may be brought in to co-sign on loans for homes. It's a common thing. You also could be brought in to be a witness to some paperwork being signed. So I will say this, signing as a witness to a document isn't the same as signing as a co-signer on a mortgage, for example. And just so we can all be on the same page about the terminology, I went to an official government website, and it says here, in the fine print under mortgage terms, there is an article labeled co-signer or co-borrower, where it explains that a co-signer or co-borrower is someone who agrees to take full responsibility to pay back a mortgage loan with you. Going on to state, this person is obligated to pay any missed payments and even the full amount of the loan if you don't pay. But what's also interesting, if we keep reading, it says some mortgage programs distinguish a co-signer as someone who is not on the title and does not have any ownership interest in the mortgaged home. That piece right there might be very important for some of y'all who are thinking, hey, if I co-sign on this, this automatically means this could be mine. So make sure you're doing your due diligence for your own good. Now back to this craziness.
I want you to tell me, is she a co-signer? Do I got a co-signer? Did I have a co-signer? So what kind of loan?
Okay, so this is a primary customer on this loan. It's Washington Jamila, and there is no co-signer on this loan.
And this is the loan on the house that was at the... Correct?
Yes, if you want me to confirm the information, yes.
The only thing I'm asking you is the direct answers. That's all I need. So when I go for legal actions, I can handle what I need to handle. And I don't want you telling my loan numbers or anything out. I just wanted to know, did my mother, Brenda Pucci, co-sign for my house?
I'm sorry. Not the last name getting corrected by the mom. I'm not gonna lie, that I was not expecting that, and it took me out. Took me all the way out. Who say?
cosign.
She said, put some respect on my name, literally. But ma'am, are you on the loan or what happened? Maybe this is just a misunderstanding. Doesn't sound like, from what the customer service rep is saying on the phone, it doesn't sound like she is on the loan. Is there a possibility that she might have been a witness? Yes. And y'all, we found ourselves back on this website again for the nationalnotary.org. And in the fine print, it says, first, let's be very clear that a signature witness and a credible witness are not the same things. While a credible witness is used to identify the signer, a signature witness is only present to witness the signing of the document. And it goes on to state, neither is a signature witness the same as a witness to a signature by mark made by a signer with a physical disability who cannot write his or her name. But this right here is the part where I think it kind of ties into this whole TikTok debate that they are having. It says, rather, a signature witness is sometimes required for recording a deed or mortgage related to real property. Y'all, this was a real estate transaction. Her daughter was buying a home. That makes sense. And it goes on to state, the requirement is dictated by the state where the document will be recorded, not the state where the signing occurs. And I don't know why everybody is coming to a different conclusion about what actually happened as far as the daughter's home and the mortgage, but I will say this, I could understand why this might be confusing. If you're even in the room during the mortgage process, there's a lot of papers going back and forth, things being signed. If you're asked to sign something, you might think, oh, okay, I was asked to sign something. This is my house. Allegedly can't confirm nor deny. But according to what we just read, it is common to see somebody be a witness for a real estate transaction verifying, hey, you are actually the person you're saying you are. And I'm here to say that officially as a witness. I mean, who better than to say you are who you are than your mom, right? I mean, until you get into some stuff like this and then you're like, it's a little sticky now.
Okay, if we have somebody else on the loan, we have to verify them. So we can't continue with this.
Do I have anybody on my, did anybody co-sign for my house but me?
I'm not able to verify any more loan information unless we verify whoever's on the line with us. Can I have her name?
Her name is Brenda Pucci. That's my mom.
Why does she keep doing that? I'm not mad because, ma'am, I don't know if she wants you to put the shade on it and you ain't putting the shade on it or something, but why are y'all even the disagreement on how the name is being said is interesting because this is her mom. So when it comes to the mortgage thing, I'm like, you know what? It's checking out that they might not see eye to eye on this either, allegedly. Like,
P-O-U-C-H-I-E.
So she doesn't show us somebody authorized on this loan. Would you like to give her verbal authorization for this?
No, I do not. I mean, yeah, I want to give verbal authorization to let her know that she's nowhere on my loan or anywhere on my house.
Okay, so you just gave me verbal authorization to discuss loan information with her today?
Yes.
Just for today. So yeah, again, like I said before, you're the only customer on this loan, ma'am.
So I'm the only person. Do they have any co-signers on this loan so we can get it through a thick skull? Just for the day. That's right. You need to be ashamed that you're my mom and right here lying saying you own my mother and you're not. Sir, is this Vanderbilt mortgage yes or no?
In my face.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring them in my
Okay.
face.
Bring who in your face?
Whoever said it.
Who in your face?
Whoever said
Who
it.
said it? Where you at on my loan?
You the one said
Where
it.
you?
who said what and when? This is too much. Everybody saying a lot. Everybody is too much for me. She said, bring them in my face. To do what? To tell you allegedly that you might not be on this loan? According to what he's saying? I don't know. Miss Pouchet? We don't need you getting in no trouble because somebody was brought to your face. Because you might not like what they have to say. We don't want no, they might not want no drama. They just trying to do their job.
Who at on my loan?
They told you that.
Everybody in Poplar.
Okay.
So you ain't said that my house was yours. What kind of paperwork? I have the people on the phone right now.
Okay, he said this long at this time.
Sir, what do you mean by that? At this time, can you please enlighten her?
From the beginning.
Can you please enlighten her? From the beginning, did anybody been on my loan? From the beginning, it's through the whole process. You can't be on my loan. You're not.
Okay, well, they show some
Can you please
paperwork.
tell her that?
They show
You was
some
a
paperwork.
witness.
They show some paperwork.
You was a witness. Hello.
My name-
Now, this is why I wanted to talk about what the words meant as far as witness, co-signer, because if you go into a transaction not knowing or understanding fully what your role is, I truly believe this is how something like this may happen. Now, according to what we're hearing, the mother was a witness. Now, if you didn't know that you were signing a paperwork to be a witness, you might actually think that's you co-signing on the home if you don't have a true understanding of the definition of these words. And trust me, when you're getting a home, like a lot of these words are very new to a lot of people, especially new homeowners or first-time home buyers. But it doesn't just stop there. It could even be your parents. Your parents might not understand what their role was. They just know I signed something. So many times I've heard old people say, I just signed the thing, and you ask them, what did you sign? I don't know. They actually don't know. But in their head, they might think it's something other than what it really was. I mean, honestly, we've seen people unknowingly sign away their own homes in old age because they might just not understand what's going on. I think that the situation needs, it might just need some time to cool off. I really am hoping that they can come to a resolution that's not damaging to their relationship and that they can get a clear understanding about this, because can you imagine working for your home and paying your mortgage or whatever the case may be, and perhaps you don't want people to think that your mother owns the home, or you don't like that she's telling people she's a co-signer on the loan or whatever the case may be. Obviously, it's eating the daughter up. It's really bothering her, and the mom is just convinced that she is on this home loan, like on the mortgage. This is interesting. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Witness,
Put
hello?
my name on it.
Hello.
The
Yes.
pay the bill.
You ain't never paid no bill at
So
my
that's what
residence.
they son.
Sir, can you please let her know the only thing she could have been on my loan, not even on my loan, but towards me getting that home, was being a witness.
Okay, I don't show anybody else a contact on this loan besides you, ma'am. So
That
it's just
loan.
you.
When you say that, do that mean, do I have anybody from the beginning? Because now she's saying from the beginning when I purchased it.
Like, unless she refinanced it or something, I don't know why the answer would be different. Possibly could be different if she refinanced, because that's technically a different loan. And I don't know if that's what she's saying, or if she's saying, hey, period, you never were on this loan.
Just like I answered before, you're the only primary customer on the loan, ma'am.
Thank you.
Y'all, this was a lot. Let me go straight to the comments on this one. Now, the daughter said, sad when your own mother not happy for you. I worked 3 jobs to get my home, shaking my head. Now, I'm only reading what she's saying in the comments. The first comment says, but why are you asking the same questions over and over again? Others saying, I know the loan manager went home and said, honey, you won't believe the call I got today. Allegedly, they was feeling like Luther. Can't confirm nor deny. Next, others saying, girl, delete this. And they're telling her like, ma'am, you put your whole address out in this video. And she did. I think she was in the heat of the moment. Another saying, girl, the whole office talking about y'all. Can't confirm nor deny. And the next one says the customer service agent. Allegedly. Now, what I can confirm is she actually made a series of videos after this incident. So let's see what she said.
I asked God to forgive me for arguing with my mom, but you're not gonna sit there and talk about you co-sign for something that I worked hard for. I worked 3 jobs to get my house, and then talking about the rest of them. You ain't on nothing, not nothing, but one time with a car. That's it. That's the only thing you ever been on with. One time with me with a car that I ain't got. That's the only thing. Nothing else that I got, you didn't do. Y'all better be careful of family members just because they are mama, just because they are daddy, just because they are sister, brother, cousin. And y'all mother that go and listen to these weird mother when they be sitting there talking and talking about people in their families and stuff, you better find out who the wrong one is before you pick sides. I done had happen millions of times where people pick my family members and not listen to the truth. The truth. They'll listen to a lie. They'll listen to a lie that a person say about you and carry with it because they don't like you too. They got that same evil, demonic spirit, messy spirit that your family member possess, and it got them hating on the person that you are as well. So you young ladies and young men, know the mother that are real and the that's fake. Keep them mother from around you. Keep it from around your kids. My mama took my daughter to a neighbor's house. No, I don't have problems with my neighbor. You better be careful. Because if you don't listen to me, you're going to be washed. You're going to be f***ed up dealing with your family. Get away from them mother buses as we speak. As soon as you see this get away from them and stop playing with them. They going to continue to play with you all around you. They going to make you look like a guy fool and make you look, you could help a mother, Lord, you can help a mother. And when you finish helping them, they'll make you look like you the bad guy. You ain't gonna do that no more, cause I'm gonna post y'all no good up and I'm gonna let the world know about you.
The first comment here says something that I even brought up here in this whole conversation. Maybe she was confused. She was a witness, but thinking she was co-signing. You know how old folks can be. And I'm not taking anything away from the elderly. They got a lot of game to give a lot of us youngins, but it'd be a lot of terminology. Anybody could get confused. And I could see this happening. I really could. Now, this is an interesting one. Someone said, my mother was always saying things that didn't make any sense and was always argumentative. And it says, and according to this comment, that she was battling the early stages of dementia. Now, I'm not saying what is or isn't going on with anyone, because we honestly don't know. But I do think it's helpful to educate people on the terminology, no matter what age or situation you're in, because a lot of these financial terms or real estate terms can be very confusing. You know, we really can help each other out with the internet. Others are saying, she wanted to take credit for your hard work. Family will take you out because they're jealous. A lot of people have been voicing their opinions here in this comment section, which makes me think how many other people are perhaps dealing with things like this. I'm not saying the whole mortgage situation, but even things similar. It's very interesting.
I don't know who need to hear this, but in the Bible it says, honor thy mother and thy father, and your days shall be longer upon this land. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but you know exactly what I'm saying. But this is for the parents that make the children go against honoring you. There's a special place for you as well. So if you're doing anything to make your child not honor you and go against you and be upset with you, you got a problem. And something's going to happen to you for making your child go against you. Stop the jealousy. And I don't care what anybody say on that post, because let me tell you something, I know I'm right. I called back to the mortgage company and I apologize. I try to apologize to that man. And my sincere apologies to him. Y'all know how a person can provoke someone and another person be saying something and, you know, make them frustrated and stuff. Well, that's what happened. It wasn't like I was trying to be disrespectful to that man. Don't come up under my post with all that bullshit. I'm sick of y'all mother that be mad because y'all ain't got a lot of followers. Stop it. Stop it. Because when you come up under there, I'm going to say something. Matter of fact, non-factor, leave me alone. I rebuke y'all in the name of Jesus.
Now, the comments are filled with people saying the Bible also says for parents to not provoke your children. And they're like, this, that part, they always forget. Always, always, always. This right here. We're seeing it multiple times. So I went to Ephesians 6. King James version, and I said to myself, I don't want to confuse y'all. And the only reason I say that is because it can get a little confusing. And I wanted everyone to understand what people were trying to articulate in those comment section. It says here, children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord, for this is the right thing to do. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise. If you honor your father and mother, things will go well for you, and you will have a long life on earth. What the people in the TikTok comments are alleging is that this is the only part a lot of people are bringing attention to, but not this part, which actually follows directly after. It says fathers, which, you know, we also know would mean mothers. Do not provoke your children to anger by the way you treat them. Rather, bring them up with discipline and instruction that comes from the Lord. So that is why you're seeing people say, do not provoke your children to wrath. Immediately follows after honor thy mother and thy father. And somebody here is telling her to pray about it. I definitely think that will help her in this situation. And I am wishing her the best. She made another video too. Now she's replying to someone saying that they would have hung up so fast during her phone conversation with the mortgage loan company and her mother.
I'm sure someone like you would have hung up so fast. You don't know what It could have been if I kept asking that man a question over and over so I could get it through my mother's head. You don't know where I was at with what I was ready to do. So of course you would have hung up and not cared. But I thank God that that man was able to sit there and listen to me for a little bit. I am grieving my son. I've been dealing with childhood trauma as well. So for you to talk about you would have hung up, you would not have liked for someone to hang up on you. But let me tell you something, sis. Next time, how about you have some common courtesy, to just listen to someone. And each one could teach one, and maybe you could help someone out of a situation one day by just listening.
I think that's very sad that she's going through what she's going through, and I understand grief. I really do. I really do. It's a hard time for a lot of people. So whenever I hear somebody say, they're grieving a loss, they may do things or act in a way to other people that might not make sense. Processing grief is hard. So I can definitely empathize and sympathize with her with that. I didn't see anything wrong with her trying to get clarification. Like, imagine your mother is telling you she's on your home loan. Would you not? I don't think that makes her even a bad person. I think that's just somebody trying to, hey, I just want to set the record straight so we both understand what it is. And many may argue whether that needed to be documented and posted to the internet. But from her point of view, she might have thought it was necessary if her mother was telling everybody around that that was the case. What I will say is I definitely think, at least for her safety, that, the addresses and stuff like that, bleep it out. Bleep it out. And I say that in a respectful, caring way. People use social media all the time to share moments and share things that are going on in their lives, hopefully to help other people. And that's why I like to talk about a lot of topics, because they many times do. Even though it can be very touchy, it can be emotional. And for some of y'all just think it's juicy tea and it's entertainment. But you can really learn a lot from situations like this. Even those key words that I gave you all, that can go in your toolbox. So if you ever are getting a home loan or you're asked to be a co-signer, you can understand that different roles belong to different people for different things. Educational, if you will. And in life, a lot of the times we learn things from word of mouth or from going through it. And I don't think many people want to go through something like this from a misunderstanding, or just even knowing the person you're with might not have knowledge on these sort of terms. You might be the one to be able to educate them or to say, hey, this is what I'm needing you to do. Here is what this means. So then things like this can be avoided.
And not hanging up. Maybe you don't know how that man helped me by staying on the phone, listening. He probably got some excitement up out of that. But at the end of the day, he helped somewhat with that. Know your place in life and what God sent you out here to do. And maybe sometimes you might need to listen, because this could happen to you or someone else. And all you had to do was listen. Like, y'all see what happens at these schools and stuff like that, and y'all don't listen. Or you could have listened and you didn't listen, and that's why something messed up happened. Stop this right here. Stop doing what you're doing. And it's funny to you, yeah, because it is. Sometimes I do post stuff that's funny. But when I'm having a serious matter, I don't think it's funny at all for a mother to antagonize her own daughter and continue to bother her daughter about something that she know for a fact she didn't help get.
Y'all need to know what y'all think about this one down below. I really am hoping that her and her mother are able to move past this and come to some sort of common ground, because this whole home loan co-signing witness situation is clearly a heated topic for them. But even though that did happen, I do hope that people witnessing this learn something from this whole situation, at least so you can avoid something like this happening to you. But I know one thing, we have to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.